The sworn testimony of these people. The second day of the trial, after court adjourned, I had a visitor at my office.
Mr. Matthews, we've been in court 2 days now, but I can't tell what's happening. There's so much legal talk, I can't tell.
Well, the first few days are always routine court procedure. Establishment of the crime, introduction of exhibits, witness identification.
I know, but what's going to happen to Bill?
I believe that he's innocent and will be acquitted.
But I don't understand.
Sergeant Riker and our handwriting expert are doing some research for me. In the meantime, I'll attempt to discredit the witnesses. All 14, and that's not going to be easy. Now, isn't it true that when I came to see you at your place of business, you stated that you had never seen the defendant except on the day you received a forged check?
That's right.
And you're absolutely positive that William Evans was the man who gave you that check?
I am.
You also stated that you saw the defendant write that check?
That's correct. I'm positive.
Would you identify him again for the court, please?
That's him right there.
Do you recognize this book?
Certainly. It's from our restaurant. It's our reservation book.
And who makes the entries in this book?
That all depends. Sometimes I do, sometimes the person making the reservation.
The Builders Club meets at your restaurant for their monthly luncheon?
Yes.
Would you be good enough to find 1 or 2 places where the club entered reservations and say who made them?
William Evans. William Evans. He did. Now I remember where I'd seen him before, making these reservations. Well, I guess he didn't write that check after all. It must have been somebody else.
What do you think? I would have sworn he was the man. Could you believe it? What do you think?
Court recess for lunch. I had made progress, but the case was far from won. Then I received a message to contact Sergeant Riker.
Hi, Riker.
Hello, Jim. Bart.
Hello, Ed. Riker picked up a forgery suspect and caught him red-handed. His handwriting tallies identically with the forged checks Evans is on trial for. Name's Geller. Made a full confession. In fact, he's signing it now.
Thanks, Ed. You know, each time I handle a case of mistaken identity, I wonder why I ever became a lawyer. I'll need this man in court. Will you clear it with the chief?
Sure thing.
Thanks. Now, Miss Biggs, you have previously identified William Evans as the man who gave you that check.
That's right. I never forget a face. Never. Not when I can see him face to face.
Will you point him out to the court, please?
He's sitting right there at that table.
Now, Miss Biggs, will you look around the courtroom and tell us if you see any other person who might be the man who gave you that check?
I certainly don't. I tell you, that's the man right there.
If it please the court, I would like permission to ask William Evans and Jack Geller to step up to the bench.
Granted.
Will William Evans and Jack Geller step up to the bench, please? Miss Biggs, look at these 2 men carefully. Now, are you still sure of your identification?
I could be mistaken.
Your Honor, members of the jury, the man standing next to the defendant is Jack Geller. He has confessed to the charges for which William Evans is on trial. Your Honor, I move for the acquittal of my client.
The defendant is found not guilty, and it is ordered that he be released from custody.
The case of William Evans is an illustration of how human emotions, swayed by a desire for justice, almost wrecked the life of an innocent man. Now, it seems incredible that 14 perfectly honest citizens could have been so sure and so wrong. The case you have just seen was brought to a fair and just conclusion through the efforts of a public defender.